Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Maybe you could let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Raila Odinga declared Monday a national holiday in the Republic of Kenya. And William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, responded to Raila Odinga yesterday. I paid very close attention to William Ruto's message to Raila Odinga. I've actually repeated the clip severally. But I came to some conclusions that, number one, William Ruto is actually cornered based on his body language, the tone of that particular speech, and the power of delivery of that particular message. I want us to look at my conclusion about William Ruto's response to Raila Odinga. But I want to play that clip to you guys once again. And I want you guys to pay very close attention because William Ruto talked of 4 points. And maybe I'm wrong, but I just wanted to pay very close attention because for me, William Ruto just repeated one thing 4 times because of confusion. So pay very close attention to the clip, then I can give you my take.
Constitution and to the laws that it is the way to be a nation. And I want to tell our friends, my elder brother, Mr. Raila Odinga, we cannot have 2 sets of laws in Kenya. It's not possible. We have one constitution, we have one set of laws established by the people of Kenya, laws passed by the representatives of the people of Kenya in Parliament. You cannot tell us that you have another set of laws that you make in your mind and pass in your thoughts, and you want to tell us that you are above the law, that you do not recognize our constitution, that you do not recognize the laws of Kenya, that you are above the law, you have your own set of laws that you have made as an individual. Number 2, you cannot tell us, while the rest of us abide by the Constitution, respect the laws of Kenya, and faithfully submit to the authority of the Constitution and the laws of Kenya. You want to tell us that you have your own set of laws that you enforce through ultimatums, demonstrations, that you enforce by force and blackmail, using chaos and violence. It cannot be the case. Number 3, you cannot tell us that while the rest of us submit to the authority of the Constitution, the institutions set up by the Constitution of Kenya, you want to tell us you have your own sets of laws where elections are decided by nameless, faceless ghosts in the name of whistleblowers, and that unless and until we submit to what the nameless and faceless ghosts have said, you are going to threaten us, you are going to blackmail us, you are going to organize demonstrations, you are going to cause violence, you are going to cause chaos. It cannot be the case, my friend. Number 4, you cannot tell us that while the rest of us agree to submit, all Kenyans, all the people of Kenya, submit to the Constitution and the rule of law. You are telling us you are above the law, you have your own sets of laws, and that unless we submit to you and your sets of laws, you are going to threaten the country. You are going to organize demonstrations. You are going to organize chaos. You are going to plan violence so that the whole lot of us can submit to your authority on the basis of blackmail, on the basis of threats of violence. My friend, you are insulting the collective intelligence of the people of Kenya. And it is
No, that's William Samoei Arap Ruto. If you manage to get the 4 points, please just list them for me in the comment section. Because for me, I'm unable to really pick the 4 comments. I'm only picking one, and maybe to some extent, 2. But what's your expectation of Raila Odinga's rally on Monday? What do you think will happen on Monday? Will Raila Odinga lead his troops to State House? Because their supporters are already charged. They are waiting for nothing other than going to State House. And if it will not be State House, what next? And what is William Ruto planning? Because for me, William Ruto is planning something. And that's why William Ruto is silent. I've been reading the body language and the comments by some of William Ruto's close allies, Dennis Itumbi, Kimani Ichung'wah, and the rest. They're now trying to come up with a narrative that these demonstrations is between the Kikuyu business, which Raila Odinga is targeting, and the Luos. And Rigathi Gachagua is today expected, I think, for an interview at Inoro. Maybe that's what he wants to go and tell these people. But the Kikuyus are not buying that. But let us not get into that, because in my next video, I'm likely to show you the strategies which William Ruto is using ahead of this mass protest. Let us get back to this issue of William Ruto's speech. From that speech, it is clear that number one, William Ruto is invoking the Constitution. If you've been keenly following William Ruto since all these things began, he's been trying to do something, trying so hard to work within the confines of the law. William Ruto is actually reading from Chebukati's book. Chebukati stole the elections, but within the laws. He tried everything to cover everything within the confines of the laws. So Raila Odinga gave William Ruto 3 demands. The first demand was open the server. The other demand was IBC commissioners. And the third demand was the cost of living. Of course, cost of living is there. Kenyans are feeling it. The cost of electricity went up. Cost of fuel went up yesterday. So we expect others also to go up. But on the issue of server, William Ruto is very clear, and he keeps on telling Raila Odinga that it's not his responsibility to open the servers. And that's why, if you paid close attention to that particular speech, William Ruto quoted the Constitution severally. The other issue was the issue of IBC commissioners. William Ruto already kick-started the process of appointing new commissioners and is hiding behind the Constitution. That for him, the selection process is already ongoing, and that if Raila Odinga and the team wants anything, then they can go to Parliament and make amendments. So basically what William Ruto is doing is that he's trying to hide behind the Constitution. Of course, not hiding really, but he's strategically using the Constitution to defend himself. So that's number one. The other thing I'm getting is that Raila Odinga has actually pushed William Ruto into a corner. And William Ruto does not know how to get out of that corner. At some point, sometimes back there, I told a friend of mine who is a member of this channel that based on what I was seeing, Raila Odinga was pushing William Ruto into a corner. And William Ruto agreed and walked right into that corner. You see, William Ruto was very clear that Raila Odinga, you can go ahead mandamana how many times you want, we don't care. And Raila Odinga was doing that, going for mandamano, coming back, going, organizing those rallies, coming back. You know, and William Ruto was just there. Then Raila Odinga gave the demands. Ruto told him, you can go to hell. So Raila Odinga continued, waited for the 14 days to lapse. Then the 14 days lapsed. Then he told them 20th is the day. Then he went and announced 20th as a national holiday, which means he now took the war right into the doorsteps of William Ruto. And William Ruto is now in a situation where we have, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, then we have Saturday, we have Sunday. 4 days. But you know, William Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya. He's been pushed into that corner. He promised a strong opposition. What Raila Odinga is doing is right within the constitution, because so far, Azimio is yet to break any law. But what will they do on Monday, which is on 20th? That is the corner where William Ruto is. But I'm also seeing something. That William Ruto, which is my third point, is keen on portraying an image of a general in charge. If you go to war, the general must be in charge at any given time. And that is the image which William Ruto is trying to portray currently. That is actually in charge of everything. That Raila Odinga can do whatever he wants, but you can only understand him based on the tone of his voice, based on the body language and the power of his delivery. When William Ruto is confident, you can always tell that this man on this is confident. Like when William Ruto used to tell us guys that, you know, nobody can steal my votes. You could tell from his body language that he was confident. You could tell from the tone of his voice that he was confident. You could tell from the power of his delivery that he was confident. But this time around, I doubt if he's confident. But he wants to portray an image of a gentleman in charge. And lastly, based on William Ruto's speech and based on the other allies, it is clear that Ruto is keen on portraying Raila Odinga as a violent man. And I see William Ruto restraining a lot based on the issues of ICC. Because, you know, we are in a very difficult situation where Raila Odinga will ask his supporters to go to the streets, and they will go. Then we have William Ruto, who is the president of the Republic of Kenya, who has the police and is ideally supposed to protect lives and properties. What will happen if you have 2,000, you have like 10,000 people walking from Uhuru Park to State House? How do you stop such kind of a group of people? Do you throw tear gas at them? Do you throw live bullets at them? What do you do? So that's why William Ruto has started portraying Raila Odinga and the protest as violent. I don't know what you think, but maybe in my next video, I need to explain to you guys so that you can understand further the objectives and the strategies which William Ruto is now using to counter Raila Odinga. If you watch this video up to this stage, please, I want to thank you so much. Just let me know in the comment section that Lee, I'm here. Just say, I am here. I'll be able to know. That's how I'll be able to separate you and those who stepped out before. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.